Hi, I'm Sonny McDonald, the Product and Training Specialist for Toyo Tires. Today we're going to talk about the sidewall markings of the tire and what they all mean. The first thing we're going to talk about is the tire size and where to locate it. Generally, the tire size will always be found on both sides of the tire. We have an example of a 245/45 R18 96V. So what do those numbers represent? Well, first of all, the 245 would represent the section width of this particular tire in millimeters, how wide this tire is from bulge to bulge. The 45 represents the aspect ratio, or what I like to call the sidewall height of the tire. And that represents that tire is going to be 45% of 245 millimeters. R stands for radial construction, and finally the last number, which is the 18, represents the rim size in inches. So there you have it, what the tire sizing is on the sidewall of a product. The next important sidewall marking of the tire is called the service description, and that comes right after the tire size. The service description contains both the load index and the performance or speed rating of the tire. The load index will always indicate a tire's maximum load carrying capacity at max air pressure. And then the speed or performance rating will always represent the maximum speed rating of that particular product. The next most important markings on the tire are what we like to call the DOT numbers on a particular product. And what that will give you is the manufacturer, also the week and the year that tire was built. Now, why do we need that DOT number? Well, just like on a vehicle recall, they track vehicles by their VIN number. Well, in the tire industry, we track tires with their DOT numbers. So again, let's explain a little bit about how those DOT numbers work. Okay, the most important part of this would be the first two, which is the manufacturer or plant where the tires are built. And that is represented in this example with the CM. That tells you exactly which factory those tires are made in. The second set of numbers, which are more important, will be the last four digits. In this example, we have 0814. So the first number represents the week that the tire was built. So in this example, the 08 would represent that this tire was built on the 8th week of this particular year. So in this example, the tire was built in the year 2014. Now we're going to discuss LT or P-metric light truck ratings and how to read the sidewall markings on the tire as well. In this example, I have an LT 245/70 R17 119/116R 10PR. And again, let's decipher those codes so we understand exactly what we're looking at. LT stands for light truck rating. The 245, again, represents the tire width in millimeters, or the section width, the bulge to bulge. The 70 represents the aspect ratio, or the sidewall height of the tire. R stands for radial construction, and the 17 represents the rim diameter in inches. Now, after the tire size, again, you will find what we call the service index of the tire. In this example, it's a 119/116R. The 119 and the 116 represent the load index at max air pressure for this particular tire, and the R is the speed or performance rating of this particular product. The 10PR in this example represents that this is a 10-ply rated tire, or what we like to call a load range E product. Finally, we're going to discuss how to read an LT flotation size product and what the numbers mean on the sidewall. In this example, we're looking at a 37 by 12.5 R20 LT. The first number in this example represents the overall diameter of the tire, or approximate overall diameter of the tire in inches. So this would be approximately a 37-inch tire. The next number represents the width of the tire in inches as well. So this is telling you that this tire is approximately 12.5 inches wide. R stands for radial, and finally 20 represents the rim diameter in inches. Followed by that, again, we have what we call the service description of the tire, which incorporates the load index and the performance rating or speed rating of the product. In this example, we're looking at a 126Q, which again represents the load index at maximum inflation pressure, Q representing the speed or performance rating of that particular product line. followed by the 10 PR, which stands for a 10-ply rated tire, load range E. So there you have it. Now you know how to read a passenger, light truck, or light truck flotation size product.